Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Wednesday, the 6th of May, 2020, and I am your host, Shozen, and joining me today, as always, my co-host, Bogul!
Whoa.
Yeah, I was doing that for Hoonie Boy. I imagine we've been gone for so long that he needs a good shout out. How you doing today, Bogle? Are you doing well?
I've been busy. We can talk about that later. I'm doing good. But let's get that show on the road. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Bogle. Did you know that the Albion, it came out on the mobiles? It's on my phone now.
Uh, I
Dude,
mean, yes,
that
awesome.
guy from
Wow.
Blizzard was right. Okay, that's all I'm saying. We all
Really?
have phones. Yes. I've really enjoyed it. Like, the controls work well. I understand for some people it's just been a pain in the ass because they have Apple. That's not my fault. I didn't buy it for you. Um, on my phone, it's working great. I went out. I've had one crash. I left the city and instantly crashed. But then I played out in the the zone for a while and it worked and it was great.
I
And
mean,
I like the targeting. Once I figured it out, it was a lot of fun. And
Mhm.
I could talk about the mobile version all day, Boga, but we have so much news
well,
because we were gone for a
I was
week.
just going to say that if I tried Alvin on my Android, I might be able to fry an egg.
Yeah.
But I'm one of these people who is waiting for iOS. I haven't tried it yet, but yes, news. We are back. Album TV is back. Um, it's off season. It's season 9 is around the corner. I think it's a week away. We have been gone for what, a week now?
7 days. Yeah, we were here last Tuesday,
Hmm.
and now it's this Wednesday, so 7 days. It felt like forever, Bogle.
Really?
No, it felt like I blinked and then turned around and then I was back at work.
Yeah. Same.
We did work a good chunk of the week that we were out. We were working on getting some events ready for this off season. I think some of those are going to be pushed into the next season because we had such a short off season. We just weren't able to get it all in there, and we'll have more news on that coming up. We did straighten out what our next schedule is going to be for next season because there were more crystals added. You're going to be able to watch us basically every weekend now. We're going to be on all the time covering those Crystal League matches for you because it turns out that they're not bad. They're actually pretty good, Bogle. Did you know that? Some people liked the last one. It was pretty good.
The finals? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, people enjoyed the last 2 days. So we're going to try to get more of them in there. We're changing the way that crystals are done. They're a large part of what's going to be changing in this patch that we're talking about. The way that the level 1s function, the way that level 4s are now every other day. You get 5s twice a week. You get 6s every other week. It's just more, right, Bogle?
Yes, the whole schedule has been revamped. It's been a little bit more easy to get into the crystals. But let's talk about the PSAs that we do here for the good people of Albion, for corporate as well. Because we have a few of these to get through. We said it. We've been gone for a few days. A lot of things have happened. The big patch that we had been hyping came out, but it's first things first. It's a new month. It's a new adventurous challenge that is out for everybody to take a quick peek at. What is this? Morgana challenge. Yes, there it is. Beautiful.
Get that raven.
With that nice raven. It has that cool avatar ring and that. Look at that. That looks nice. It's one of my favorite mounts. I wish these could fly higher though than just like.
I might have to get another one, Bogle. I didn't realize. So I was playing around on the mobile, right? And I'm just like going through, and then I look down and I go, "Oh my gosh, I've been playing so long. I've almost completed my daily challenge." All right. It looks like I'm gonna have to get back in on this because playing on my phone is a lot of fun. Now, moving on from that, because I will talk about that all day long, Bogle. Oh my god. Not only is the Morgana challenge back, but the COVID Solidarity Fund fundraiser is over.
Yes.
It lasted until April 30th. The final tally was a little north of 40,000 euros. donated. That's not too shabby, guys. That's pretty good. Well done, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That's even more in the US dollars. There's some conversions on that, and that'd be pretty good.
I think it's close to 45,000
Yeah.
US. Like the final tally it says here is 42,000 euros 644. But that converted to US is about 45 ish. And that has been done 4 days ago, and it's it's pretty cool. Was a nice chance. There are some screenshots of community members who heard that. So Lord Silva, Diego Diaz, Guerria, looks pretty nice. Shadrach.
And people really like that Jester's mask. I'll tell you that much. I see it everywhere I go.
What is this though? Like if you scroll down to the news post, the IRR one where he's like on the fields. I don't. Why
he's blessing his fields. He's blessing his field, Bogul.
Oh, that's.
Or I mean, you could play that to Taylor Swift, and he's shaking it off. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, Bogul. You're right. It's I think he is blessing his crops there. Onto the casinos, gambling.
That's a different situation. Kind of money, is it?
Yeah, it's all different here. We're already on to the casino. Bogul, did you know that Albion had unofficial casinos that were less than scrupulous, less than what's the word?
A scam?
They were a scam.
Well, probably. Yes. So
I'm not going to say that I know that every single one of them is a scam, but I know that at least one of them tied right back to G2G and silver selling, so wasn't hard to find. Get better.
I mean, as one as one of the first proprietors of one of such establishment, I have to say I'm glad. Because it is a thing where nobody can win, and that's how you set it up if you do it well. And now it's not even cool anymore, right? Now it's officially a no.
No, it's officially not cool.
Yeah.
Before it was just like we all knew it wasn't cool. We were all like, stop doing that. No. Like especially that guy who was using the photoshopped image to make it look like he was doing like a 1 to 99 raffle, but he was really only doing like a 1 to 52. And yeah, nobody ever won that raffle. Good job, guy. Good job. I liked it. He tried. There were some interesting ones out there, but now it's all illegal. I have heard that they've already started working towards getting around it.
What?
Like in there, it says no games of chance is the current like wording of it. Like no games of chance, right?
Oh, you mean from the casinos?
Yeah. Oh. So what the casinos have already done is turned it into games of skill. Like they think that that's somehow going to get them around it. You know, like what if we can? But it's semantics. The man will argue semantics. Look, no, if you're really good at clicking the buttons, you can win.
Maybe not. Okay.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to work. I think somebody is going to go or skill. And look at that. My skills of editing are incredible.
I mean, if you are that person who is into that sort of thing, read that post by Talion in the news and announcements section. It does have a lot more information. If you go through the thread, there is also a few use cases clarified by Korn and some more information. I posted the link in chat. Take a peek. My favorite comment was, although it's not, it's basically arguing the casino side, but it's like, I'll give you 3-1 against this being enforced. But most of the responses is like, good job, finally. And I sort of subscribe to that. And
yeah, I'm happy that they're trying to make it better. You have to really go at these things. It sometimes takes time, but guess what? Everybody's at home. Guess what? Everybody has lots of time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we have time to take care of this. And so they're going to take care of it right now. I bet you there's somebody online right now going, I wonder how this website is connected to these others. Bam! Somebody's having a good time with that right now. Like they're enjoying themselves because nobody can hear their cackles because they're not at the office. Just
Hmm.
think about how many people haven't gotten banned because he was afraid of their like somebody at the office hearing his maniacal laugh as he hit the ban button. Banned. All right, let's move on from casinos because we all know the casinos were bad.
If you look at the screen right now, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of people here. Like, if
Where
if
are you?
in Limehurst right now,
Oh my
but
God, I was just in Limehurst and it was capped, Bogle.
that's I think the bank or the marketplace, right?
Yeah, the marketplace. I was in the marketplace. It was capped. I couldn't see anybody. I was like, wow, this is what the marketplace looks like.
Wait, let me try if I can
It
actually.
has NPC.
Yeah, let's see if it's.
Yeah, go look. Go look. This is might be the first time somebody ever gets to see
Yeah, there we
the.
go.
Look at that.
There's
Oh,
a bunch of horses in front.
there's a table there.
Yeah,
There's a box.
there's
There's a
a,
chest. Somebody put something in there.
there's an NPC here.
Amazing. Yeah.
Cool.
So why were you talking about the population here in Limehurst, Bogle? What did we just get?
Uh, I think an official update on how it's going with the Albion population in general, right? That's a pretty good one, I feel like.
Yeah, we did have a pretty great update on the population of Albion Online. We have some pretty incredible daily numbers right now. This is daily? Bogle.
Population is growing. The daily active accounts. January we hit like 30-ish K.
Yeah.
And then boop boop doubled until
Well,
what is this, February, and then it
it
doubled.
looks like 45K, not 30, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean at the very beginning down there, maybe.
Yeah, even way back. Bogle, the bottom is 40.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Oh right, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm trying to help you with
See,
before the internet catches you.
I was like, wow, this is even better than I thought. But oh, it's only 45K. All right. Wow.
Well, no, that means that we were doing okay in January. I bet if you
Mhm.
were looking at the numbers from November, they would be around that 35.
Probably.
Yeah.
Daily active accounts now, end of April, 100 and what?
Plus 100 and plus. We'll go with 100 and plus.
Right.
Something like 105 or something. I don't know, but it's a healthy amount. Going over 500,000 in a single month is absolutely amazing for Albion Online. When you look at where we were a year ago, or like a year ago, January, really, to where we've come to today. And it's not just COVID. I mean, yes, there's a great spike there in March, which has to do with everybody staying home. But if you notice that we were doing pretty good before that even hit, and that's because a lot of good content has come out. Queen was well received. Things have been going well. Yes, there are a couple of issues with Queen that people have problems with if you talk about the disarray or the cluster queue. But overall, the game is much better. And that's a good thing. And every year, I feel like this game just gets better and better and better. And I can't wait until this mobile is actually in the stores and you don't have to do some sort of hocus pocus to go, okay, how do I make this go? APK? Okay. Install. And then it says okay. And you're like, no, not okay. Because okay means you stop the install. You have to say no. And then no somehow means yes.
Wow. By the way, if you want to download the mobile, we can talk about this later.
Yeah, we should. We're gonna. I'm gonna talk about it all day.
Oh no.
I don't know if you've noticed this or not, Bogle, but
He's trying to
pretty
sneak it
excited
in every
about it.
single time he gets to talk.
I'm excited about it. I think it's good. Like, just try it. If you haven't played, like, just try it.
I think Robin just said it in chat earlier at the beginning of the stream. The iOS update on Test Flight just came out, so I was like, oh, maybe I can download that soon. So if you're an iOS user, check it right now. Maybe you can download it, and then watch us while you download. Let's see. Does this thing have any other things? Blah blah blah. Oh, they plugged the funds for charity thing again. That's nice, because a lot of people really came together for this, and they are actually designating dedicated performance developers. That's fun. To the game now. Yeah, because I guess with so many people, you can afford another person to extra, hammer on the servers once in a while.
Yeah. You want somebody to hammer on the servers, Bogle?
I mean, that's how we do it
I
here in
have that
Albion, right?
multi-tool. I have I don't, Bogle.
Yeah.
A hammer is like not what I would consider the correct power tool for this. I think you need a good multi-tool or an orbital sander or that's what I use the multi-tool for. It's got many different cutting options. You just change the saw on the end and cuts through anything really. Even those lag. Servers cuts through lag like you don't even believe. It's just like meh. It's better than a VPN tunneler. I swear.
There is some other improvements. They increased the spawn rates for randomized dungeons, for example, to sort of cope with the increased popularity. And there's a few more measures here and there. But I think one thing we should plug is that's at the bottom of this, there is actually a few jobs out right now if you want to work on Albion. There is a job offering for community manager, junior marketing manager, mobile game dev, and a web dev full stack.
Yeah, we need that full stack.
And
this is like, I know I told you this, Bogle, and I also told somebody else this earlier today. This is the third time I've seen somebody putting out an ad looking for a full stack web developer in the last 3 days. Apparently, there are a bunch of people in the gaming community who need somebody to do that. If you know anybody, let them know. And I see Robin Hooder's already throwing his hands up. No, the community manager, I believe, is to add another one so that we have more, like we've added more people to the community. And there's just more community to manage now. We're not getting rid of ours. We just need more community management. And the marketing, I believe, is specifically web marketing because, we know that for some reason, most of the marketing seems to go to people who already have Albion Online.
Oh,
maybe.
Who said that?
It's just Google Analytics and the way that it works. So we're trying to look for somebody who has some experience in online marketing.
Somebody who knows to press the buttons.
Yeah, well, Bogle, it's a lot more than pressing buttons. I'm going to tell you
I'm sorry.
Marketing in the current internet age is a lot more difficult than people make it out to be because it's not about just saying, okay, who searches for what. You have to actually get in there and study your analytics and find some guerrilla marketing campaigns and not just use Facebook and
in the
Twitter.
Internet age.
Yeah. People don't, nobody's friends with Tom anymore. It's a MySpace reference, Bogle.
But in case you're playing Albion already and you're watching the show, right? Then there's a reason to play more, actually. Like a lot more right now. Because, until Monday, May 11th, next Monday, there's a 25% preseason fame boost going on. You might have already noticed by the little icon that's on the top left here. Gives 25% additional fame for all activities.
All of them?
Well, excluding PvP fame and Tomes of Insight.
Remember when you used to get that bonus for your tomes and people would stockpile tomes until
once or twice, right?
Yeah.
When it's like, then people realize something like Fame Week exists, and then somebody bought all the tomes, and are like, all right, when's next Fame Week? I have like a few 100,000 of these. Can I please Fame Week? Hello? And then they were like, sorry guys, that's
yes. As Robin Hooders puts it, the golden age of the fame buff. Such joy. Yeah. But we have more news. We haven't even gotten to the news yet, but we're still in the pre-news. So we have the fame buff that lasts until the 9th, and now we have the schedule for season 9 has been released, right?
The fame buff lasts until 11th, and the next season is season 9. And that's Queen Patch 11. But yes, we had that released yesterday.
Yeah. This is the exciting part, Bogul. This is where We get to find out what everything is. This is what you and I were working on during our vacation.
Really?
What is the schedule for season 9 so we can find out when we're going to be on the air? Turns out every weekend.
Oh, you want to talk about the season 9 schedule briefly, or did you want to talk about the season patch 9? Because I feel like for Guild season 9, we basically only need to announce or remind people that it's happening Saturday, May 16th.
Okay.
That's when it kicks off, and the rest is just something that we'll cover here on Albion TV many times. Invasion Day, various battles for hideouts and stuff. And I think the big thing today is more to look at the season 9 patch.
We can do that. Well, that's what I was thinking would be the big chunk of it.
Okay.
But I do feel like we're going to have to talk a little bit about the changes to the schedule because, again, the Crystal League schedule has changed quite a bit in order to make it more approachable for people. I think is what they're trying to do. Make more of it without watering it down too much. You have to keep it so that it's somewhat limited because you want people to have somebody to fight against. And as we saw at the end last season, you need people to be there to fight. We were down to 3 teams, Bogul, at the end?
Yeah, and one got a no-show. So that was a disappointing last final match, I guess. It's not the last final match; it's a level 9 match. But
yeah.
Hopefully,
we're. I don't know how much we can. We're gonna try to do something more for that soon.
Cool.
Yeah, I can't go into too much details, but let's just say there was some disappointment with the finals. So we want to make it better.
Finals need one winner, right? And if one team gets a free pass and then the other team is like...
Yeah. Let's get Thunderdome going on here. I'm saying 5 teams enter, 1 team leaves. Yeah, because we also had those 2 teams that won level 8s, right? Didn't even go to level 9s.
That was weird.
Yeah. All right, so we'll talk more about. Let's open that patch up. Let's hit that patch. Let's start talking about some of those big things because I've been talking about one of them all day because I'm super excited about it. It's the first thing they talk about right there, and they show the fancy controls. I feel like just turning it back on right now and just start gathering.
I mean, you might extend your toilet breaks a little bit because you really need that next, tier 7 node that you find.
Well, here's the thing: is I know some people are talking about how difficult it is to get working. You were on the phone, you were on here with me while I was getting it working. And what it like, even though I screwed it up once, it took me a total of 10 minutes.
Via Wi-Fi, yeah.
Oh, definitely do this on Wi-Fi, guys. Don't install it off of your
mobile data. No.
Well, yeah,
it's big.
It was big. 2 gigs. It's 2 gigs. You get like a 1.5 gig file from the original download, and then it adds another 0.5 gig when you finish the install process. It does take a little bit longer for me to load zones, I would say. And I don't mean a terribly long time. It's not like watching King Mojo. It's not that long. But it's longer than me on my computer. But it's not bad. And the way that the targeting works, like if you scroll down, Bogul, scroll down a bit so people can see like the icons and stuff, and we can describe some of it. Because I feel like it looks cool, right? Like everybody's like, oh, it looks cool, but how does it play? Now, mine, I have a wider screen display on my phone than that image that they have. Like I play on a Note, and the Note is like an extra long phone, right? So you know how people play it in widescreen? Like you changed over recently to view the game in widescreen. That's how it appears on my phone. And it works pretty good. There are 2 different types of zoom. Like one type of zoom is your standard pinch zoom. And you can do that so that when you're going in and out of like, combat, like if you want to like zoom in so you can actually see, each individual monster really well, you can do that. And it doesn't take a lot of effort because your thumbs, one is already on the joystick and one is like kind of over by your spells. If you just move your fingers in and pinch in, boom, or pull out, you zoom in. It's very easy to do. It's not so jammed together in the center that it's hard to do. The targeting at first was a little tricky for me because I didn't realize that there's a change target button right next to your sword. You see that little target icon right there, like to the right of the sword?
Mm-hmm.
That'll change your auto target. And if for some reason like there's a lot of guys around and you're not getting the target that you really want, you can literally click on the guy you want to attack. And then it easy peasy, it just goes to that guy and does the spell. I haven't used any skill shots yet because I was just playing with swords and just futzing around.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked really well. The icon, if you scroll back down to where it showed that fish for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see how it shows the fish there? It does that whenever you go near any kind of nodes or different kind of object. If you're kind of looking at it, that thing will change so that you will, be for gathering or fishing in that, for that example, or your chest or the auction house or whatever is near you that you're kind of looking at. But if it's not what you want to target, you just hit that target icon and it'll target something else. It really worked fairly well. I was expecting to be kind of difficult, but it wasn't that bad. The most difficult thing, of course, was the auction house. And then I learned how to zoom better. Once I learned how to zoom better, the auction house became there's two zooms, Bogul. Like I said, there's the first zoom.
And that's the pinch in and out. I think you should.
Oh, everybody should try it.
People should just try it. How about that?
Yes, but I want to give this big tip on the zoom. There is a secondary, like using the auction house or anything like that. A lot of people are going to try to do it for the things that aren't combat related, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they go in and they do the auction house for the first time and they go in and they try it and they do it the way I was doing it in the beginning, they're going to get frustrated as they try to zoom. But if you can scroll up to one of the images that shows the full screen, I believe there should be a little zoom, like a little plus icon right up in the top center.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Okay. So, it's moved around in a couple of different places. You'll see it. You can see the plus zoom thing right there. Oh, mine. That is not the way that it looks right now.
I mean, these images are not. These are
those aren't the final. Yeah. It looks a little bit different than that. But there is you're looking for a little magnifying glass right up in there in the top, and if you click on that, it makes it incredibly easy to use the auction house. It brings up, like before, bringing up the typing was a absolute. It was difficult to type. Now, very easy. You can actually use global. You can use global chat like on your phone. I know that's not a good thing for global chat. I'm just saying, like,
I'm just trying to figure out where it fits into my sort of daily Albion routine, because I'm like, mobile games is something that I use, when I'm at the quiet place. But
quiet place,
right? Thundering up the quiet. But I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I'll give it a few days to see. And play with it and then report back. But I'm looking forward for this, as you said, to hit the stores actually, because right now you have to go to the website. You still have to go to the main page. You have to download the APK. Here on the top right, there's download. You have to download the client, Android, and then you have to put it on your phone and install it. And it takes a while. And
it took 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I did have Bogul telling me how to do it.
What? Open it on your phone and download the APK? Well, I think that's what I said.
Bogul told me where to hit the download, and I was like, "Oh, they put it right there under downloads? That seems like a brilliant idea." But once I knew where to download it, 10 minutes later, I had it up and running and playing. And that includes doing the whole,
And that's for Android, right? For iOS, you have to sign up, and you have to get it through Test Flight, which requires you to sign up through the forums, and that's a little bit more difficult. But that's on there as well. If you take a look at the forums, it might take a while though, because a lot of people are signing.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm not Bogul. I'm not getting involved with anything related. That's all.
Well, let's talk about some of the other things in patch 9, because it's not just that.
It's not just mobile. It's not just mobile, Bogul. There's more changes.
Well, first, all of the Season 9 things had to be moved into the game, right? So the changes that are coming with Season 9 that we discussed, I think, a few times here on the show already. The thread I mentioned earlier as well, it's the Season 9 schedule and changes that you can take a look at there. That all made it in. We don't need to go over this in super much detail because I think in about a week when the season actually launches, we will get back to that topic. And I'd rather try to focus on some of the other things that made it in. One thing I wanted to show off actually is Outland Banks is a thing now. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, so they have banks now at the cities, correct, Bogul?
At the cities?
The little, the rests and stuff? And
no.
where else are the other places? No?
Well,
where are they?
So
no, they had them there, and they've added them to multiple other locations now.
Right.
Kind of like we had the war camps. So you have these little.
So if you open your game and then you look around the map and then you go to the black zones, the outlands, these are outlands only, outland banks. And then, for example, you look at the map, there's these black market chests that are now visible here, there, in various zones. And then if you walk to one of these directly, they look like this. It's basically two black market dudes who guard.
It's a lot like a war camp, Bogul.
It looks a little bit like one, yeah, but it's a
But
box.
Yeah.
And then you can purchase a bank slot that you can similar to where.
So you don't even start with one?
No. But I think the first one is like 100K. Oh, this one is 213. Yeah.
That's expensive to start off with. And Robin Hooders says they don't even guard you. Those guards don't even guard you. They just stand there and watch you get murdered and pick up your stuff and put it in their own box. That's why everything's getting so cheap on the black markets, because these guys are just stealing your stuff.
I think that's a good tip. Yes, these aren't guards. These are fat watchers.
They're like Weight Watchers, but
like
different.
What? Whale watchers?
Weight Watchers, Bogul.
Oh. What?
Yeah, you guys don't have that in Germany, I take it?
No, we do, but because people who do Weight Watchers are.
Never mind. Let's move on. Move on.
Yeah, so these exist. These are sprinkled all over the outlands, and it should make it a lot easier to sort of figure out if you have a regular play area to store your resources and be a little bit safer against guards. I mean ganks. No? What?
It's just a new place to get ganked.
True.
What? Don't watch this guy, Bogul.
Alex 12.
Yeah, he's gonna be dead in seconds.
Uh-oh. Do you want to keep watching it?
No, that's the whole point. Don't watch him. People are coming to get him right now as you're in Glacial Pass.
All right.
Alex, run.
All right.
Run, Alex.
Another thing that is new or will be new is that you get season points. That is for the guild challenge and the guild rankings. You will get these from veterans and world bosses. The image you see here is of the Demon Prince, and that is, of course, the big ones that are marked on the map as well. These are a nice thing for guilds to actually compete about now. The Demon Prince, or where is it? The Earth Mother, these guys, the big world bosses. But in the static dungeons, there are veteran bosses as well. And these give season points too. I think the undead ones... Oh, I wasn't supposed to show that. I think the undead ones are currently still bugged for some reason. They got forgotten along the way. But that should be fixed very soon. Including higher fame and silver for these PvE mobs. I think 30% or so increase. So to sort of bring them more in line with the random dungeons and other PvE activities.
Good. That's what we want. More fame for people, more incentive to go out and kill these bosses. I like that. Season points on the bosses. I like it. Whatever gets people out there and wandering between the mobs is really whatever we can do to get people to wander between mobs is what?
You know what? Right as I say it, on screen there's like 5 dudes here now. So I have to go somewhere else. I feel like
You cannot. You're gonna get people killed wherever you go. That's what's happening. Bogle,
we talked
let's talk
about
about our favorite
our
thing.
favorite thing:
Yeah, the map.
increased access to Crystal League matches. Oh, the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, that is on. I mean, we can talk about the Crystal Leagues, but I'd like to do that when we talk about like the changes in schedule to our own schedule as well, because these Crystal Leagues have really impacted what we do here. So let's go really to the quality of life, which is stuff that honestly, I am a little concerned about this because I was on as a GM earlier today, and I got more direct messages in the first 20 minutes that I was on today than I've ever gotten ever in my time here at Albion because of the mail. Apparently there's some issues with the mail and people are having them and they're not happy. They can't delete everything and they're all letting me know.
Yes, there it's actually something like the known issues exist. Let me refresh this. Maybe they fixed some more things. No. But there's a Queen patch 11 known issues list. And one of them says in the mail UI, the select all button does not work. i.e., you cannot delete messages or mark them as unread when using the select all option. That's in the works.
Yeah. So what I've told everybody to do is write a bug report on it.
No, they're aware of it. They're aware of it. Just wait. You just have to be patient.
Well, instead of writing me, is all I'm saying. Just if you need to write to somebody.
Shozen. Shout out to Amabius who needs to read all of these. But yeah, the other thing I think you wanted to talk about is the new map overlays, right? Or map overlay down here. We have the guilds, the one we know and love. That sort of disappears when you zoom out too far. But now we have the time zone one. Ooh.
Now that's good. We needed this, Bogul. We needed that. Because only Robin could remember what zones were at which time zone, and we needed to be able to do this. Yeah.
I feel like I saw Albion in a new light when I used this for the first time, because I suddenly realized how and where the connections are between areas that people own and sort of where people live at. For example, I didn't realize that the this area around the Welling Bulwark goes so far to the south. That was a thing, and I also realized that just around north of Merlin's Rest is where all the CEA people hang out, together with where is that? North of here. So there's a few interesting things you can see. North America being here in the south and stuff. It's quite cool. It's quite nice. Shozen?
Yes. It does look very nice. It looks good.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you. I was also letting you and Lucas know how to deny guild invites, Bogul. I'm sorry. I didn't think that was something everybody in the show needed to know how to do.
Oh, okay. I got worried because you're like, usually you're like talking immediately and then you're like quiet for a second. I was like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh, did the mic stop working? Shozen was quiet for a second.
Yes.
And no. I'm just really happy with the changes to this so that we can actually see for the first time where everything is taking place, because Bogul, it's been difficult. Now we're going to have to learn these new colors, though.
Yeah. One thing I'd like is when you use the alliance view, or that if you zoom out more like this, then you can still see the alliance flag or something. I don't know. Or
I will say that stuff in the center, the stuff that's supposed to be the bluish one, for 18 UTC, can't really tell. It you know what I mean? It kind of looks like, oh, that's kind of, you can't tell that they're all the same one because it's overlapping so many different land types that it looks like it could be different time zones. And I mean, I think this is going to be great for us, though, as we try to figure out where and when things are happening. But at the same time, it's going to take us a little bit of getting used to. But it's so much better than it was, is what I would say. Better than it was. Needs getting used to.
Another thing that you mentioned is the new mail UI, and that looks pretty neat. It's a little tiny, but it's a big step up from I think the design we had since early alpha for the mail UI, if I remember correctly.
This is a
Um,
lot nicer. I haven't looked at the new mail yet, Bogle.
no, well,
Oh, well, I did. I did on my phone.
well,
And
that's
I'll tell
different.
you that looking at it on my phone, I couldn't tell how much better it was. And now I'm looking at the new UI on my computer and I can see it. And I'm like, oh my God,
Hmm.
can I? Oh,
I,
still can't highlight the mail though, Bogle.
I'd like to make the letters bigger. That's something I'd like to
I'd
do.
like to be able to select the mail text for copy and paste functionality.
Yeah.
It's literally the first thing I went to test Bogle was like, what would I like to be better about the mail? And I went to the very first thing I wanted to be better about the mail. I went and I clicked on the text, and it's still just an image.
Hmm.
All right, I can deal. I can deal. Yeah.
Steps at a time. Steps at a time. All right. Let's see. What else do we have in this patch? Visual updates to world map, building interface. Oh yeah, that's something I can show off.
Ooh, hit up that building interface. That's important.
Well, it just looks different. That one.
No, it looks better. Like.
I mean, that one looks way better, right? The choose building and making a building interface.
Mm-hmm.
But the poor UI designer has been getting a lot of flack on the forums for what the cities look like now. Because if you
Yeah.
look at a city and then you just look at the buildings,
I
and
think it looks
uh,
I understand. Like
uh,
I understand like both sides of this.
mhm.
I think it looks cleaner. I like it.
I mean, they
I like
needed a
the
rework,
style.
yes, but
Yes.
but
But I understand why people are upset with it. But
I
I
guess.
don't have that argument. Like I understand why some people are, but I'm like, nah, I don't have that problem. I kind of like the new look. I think it
Mm.
looks better. It's easier to read. It's cleaner.
Oh,
It's
whoa.
more uniform. But
The city icons or the
yeah,
UI to
see,
make buildings? I disagree on the easier to read
see,
thing.
and I understand why people disagree, but I feel different. I like it.
I did. I don't know. I think actually I know that the guy will take another look at this. The
Yeah,
feedback
he's
has been
already.
received, um,
Mhm.
and they will take another look and give it a once over maybe, or at least do some
Mhm.
improvements to it. So this is not the last we will see of the new buildings that we have. Well, the icons that we have now. Oh, the buildings also have like a sign next to it now. So if you actually go to a city and then to a station,
Yeah.
and then you go to a building, and then you can see here, boop, boop, it has like a little what kind of building it is. That I don't know if it was in earlier already, but I feel like I didn't mention that yet. That's happened at some point. I don't know if it happened today.
Mhm.
um,
It's okay, Bo.
Another thing that some people notice when they are overloaded, they're like at 200% capacity, right? So if you on the bottom right below your mount, there's like a percentage number, and that got changed. So when it's above 100%, you're actually overweight, and you're not like in a weird state. Previously, it wasn't easy, and now it's better.
Okay.
Um, there's more. Oh my god, we have like 5 minutes on the show left, and we have like a whole bunch of changes.
A whole bunch. Like, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to the Crystal League schedule today, honestly, Bogle. I think that's gonna be maybe tomorrow. We'll talk about the changes to the Daily Show.
Mm-hmm.
Not the, I guess the Daily Show's staying the same, but Albion TV in general, because we've got a lot of content about just Albion TV that we should talk about. There are a lot of people who watch the show religiously. I mean, every single day, and they need to know what's going to be on the show.
Mm.
You know what's going to be on the show, Bogle?
I don't know.
Amazing content.
Oh, of course. Yes, yes, yes.
Do it. You do it. You just weren't prepared.
Chat said the new killboard UI looks amazing, but I can't because I'm on a GM and that doesn't have any kills or deaths.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm on my GM as well.
I can't.
I mean, I could look at it on my phone, and then I could turn on Zoom and point the phone at the.
So we might have to find an image of that later. There's a bunch of faster crafting for potions and fish sauce. That's awesome. I tried it. It's awesome. It's finally fixed.
The fish sauce works.
It's super fast, yeah. And
How much sauce did you make?
I think I had like 100 and something stacks of chopped fish lying around, and that I had to get rid of, and I was like, zoop, 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 zoop. Oh, this is nice. This is much better now.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. And crafting also has a little change. But if you want to read the full patch notes, which I dearly recommend because it's a lot, go over it. It has a bunch of the mobile details here. Outland banks, the Season 9 changes, we talked about that. The details on how much Veteran Basils gives, the Crystal League adjustments, all of that is in the patch notes. And there's more than we can ever cover in just half an hour here on the show. Yeah.
Bogul, Robin Hooders sent you an image of the kill board, so you can pull one of those up. It's in our group chat. So you can pull that up and just look at it real quick to see the new UI on that, because I think it does look really good, and people, yeah, it looks much better than what we had before. So I do agree that the images should be flipped so that the killer is on the left, just like we have with our other images of kill boards, because this is flipped.
I mean,
but other than
it's like reading, right? You read from left to right. I think that's the way. Maybe the kill board is just.
Well, it should say, Chuck killed Robin.
Oh wait, whoa, that's how it's supposed. Oh,
I see you just got confused, huh? Yeah. See, you see the arrow, Bogul? It's going the other way. Yeah, I know. So that's
wait,
where
Robin,
that's my
Robin. You died through this?
Yeah, and he showed it to you.
Kill details. Yeah.
And I think it looks good. The UI on it looks amazing, comparatively to what it was before. I think it's a huge step up in the right direction. I like the information that it gives. I think it just looks cleaner. It looks better.
Chat says it's missing the inventory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's no good.
No.
You know what it needs? Is it needs that drop down arrow. Wait, what about that? What about that little arrow right there? See how it's got the folded over tab?
No, I don't think that.
Yeah. You click on that.
No.
That's that. Click on that.
It doesn't do anything. It's an image.
Well, it's an image, Bogul, but I'm just saying there's a little traditionally in video games, guys. When and this is either a message to the audience or to SBI and the designer here. Traditionally in video games, when you have a folded over piece of paper like that, that means that you can go to the next page on that. Just saying. So
really?
Yeah, especially in what is it called? Like RPGs and stuff, like going through your journal. Yeah, that's just a common thing.
Oh well, that's cool. It looks cool. I like it.
Weird. Now we have a Robin Hooders killed so-and-so. Okay. So I guess Robin Hooders is always going to be on the left because they're his kill messages.
Oh my God. Okay. Ugh.
Yeah. Don't you're like my son. Oh my God.
So yeah, because you see the arrow where it goes from right to left, and if you look at the other image, it goes from left to right. Right.
So it's like Robin, like whoever you are is always going to be on one. You're always going to be on the left, right?
Okay.
And then whoever you had the interaction with is going to be on your right, and then the arrow is going to point to one side or the other, and you can see who's dead because they're splattered with blood.
Anything else in this patch that's cool?
Well, I don't know about this patch, but I know this show has to end. So we're gonna have. There's other stuff in this patch we can talk about tomorrow. There is the schedule. There are a couple other slight improvements, but we do have to wrap this up. And I'd like to, announce the raffle winners. I'd like to do shout outs. I'd like to say goodbye to everybody, and then get on with the
One
day.
thing I haven't been able to test yet is apparently people are complaining about pigs now. People went to Reddit and went like, "Rrr." That's a problem when you're like farm now. And apparently some of the sounds for farming have been redone.
Yeah.
And it's making, I think, PETA worried or something.
Okay, because I remember when the geese were just like the worst, and you would like go to other people's farms and plant geese just to annoy the hell out of them when we had like group farms. Because the geese were the worst. I think the sounds are not linked to the volume slider. That's what we're hearing in chat. So okay, that could do it. Like one piggy, like it's
a full sound. Suddenly,
okay, that's a hot fix. That's a hot fix. Don't worry, guys.
Oh no!
The animals are very loud and haven't found a way to mute the blasted things. Oh my god! Shout out to the little piggies.
Shout out to what's the Makian standard for getting fired from work? Sorry, man.
Oh, he got fired?
Yeah, the pigs were so loud and that, he couldn't mute it because it's not linked. And then he was farming and then, yeah.
He was playing on his phone.
No.
See, mobile works. That's what he's saying. He's playing at work on his phone. He couldn't turn it down. Yeah, clearly he just started taking screenshots because he just kept hitting the volume down and the power button at the same time. No, volume down.
Let's do shout outs, get out of here, and talk more about this nice patch tomorrow.
Oh wow, we don't have many. I guess we haven't been here for a while. Nosk TV says, please remove the confirmation for picking up a cow.
I think a thing I saw that Korn did in like 5 different occasions. So instead of just being the silent reader that the devs have been, he's like, "Thank you, we'll take a look at it, or we'll consider it or something." Let me find this. And he did that like at least 5 times, where it's like, "Oh, that's an interesting suggestion. We'll look at it," and then it's just like, "All right." Somebody read it. That's nice. Thanks. We are looking into this. Yeah.
Hey, Bogul, do we want to set this up to watch this Carleone fight in 6 minutes?
Wait.
Robin Hooder here. Yeah, I just heard it from chat. We were actually looking for a fight earlier today, and somehow we missed this. All right, we're going to head out of here right now. And we're going to try to come back with the Carleone fight.
Wait, is this a thing?
Yeah, it's on right now in 6 minutes.
Well, okay. Do you think
so? I'm gonna go see about getting our boys together and trying to get this fight ready to go. And knock one of these out for the day. We were gonna be on today at 18 UTC doing ZVZ fights, but we couldn't find any ZVZ fights. So I would love to watch Elevate Attack Final Order. So let's go now and get that ready. So guys, if you're interested in seeing that fight, stick around. We're gonna try to do that. The winners for the raffle. Let me announce those so everybody can hear them really quick. We're Nosk. Aviengo T, VRG, and IDKED 139.
What do these people have to do?
They have to message me, Bogul.
On Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch.
Okay.
I even put my name in chat. All right, Bogul, let's head out of here. Let's go find Robin Hooders, see if he's still around for the day, and try to knock one of these shows out.
We will be streaming this live, yes, but we need to turn the thing on Twitch for like 2 minutes so you can't see background magic, and then we will still be live, but we will be back talking in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, just give us 2 to 5 minutes and we'll be right back.
All right, see you in a bit.
All right, bye.